it's Pelle here today, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the particle tracking kind of effect. I thought it was a pretty cool effect, and I'm going to be showcasing it to you guys how to make it, and I hope you guys also like this consistent uploading. For the moment I'm uploading every other day, so I hope you guys like the consistency there. And if you guys want to support me and level up your editing, I'm running a website called editingvisuals.com where I have a bunch of editing packs that's going to help you out with your editing. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to check out the website. Now let's get into the tutorials. So here I'm in After Effects. I've added some footage I'm going to be using for this effect here. I'm using a clip here of Central C from the new music video GBP. And what we're going to be doing is basically start off by, we can cut our footage, and we're going to go to the tracking section here. So you guys can see I have the tracker there, and we're going to be pressing track camera on the clip, and we can open up advanced and check detailed analysis. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but and now the camera tracker is done, and I forgot to check this toggle mask and shape path visibility, so you have to check that one to be able to see the tracking points. And you guys can see here, when we got our tracking points here, it has been tracking the UK flag here, and I've been changing around a little bit. And if you change the shot type here to variable zoom, it's going to be loading here a little bit. We will get track points on Central C here, which is what we want. So if I go in a little bit like this, I can basically mark multiple track points here, like that. Then you can right click and then press create solid and camera. And we're going to get this solid layer here. It's going to look something like this. You can see it's well tracked, but I'm not going to be using this solid layer. That's not the goal of this effect. So for convenience, I'm going to be using my Y2K effects pack. Here I have a bunch of particle effects and a lot of other like Y2K cool looking textures basically, and I'm going to be adding the blue spinning particles here. So if I just drop it in like that, it's going to look something like this here. Pretty cool in my opinion. And I'm basically going to open up the solid layer here, which we tracked, and we can see the position here. We're going to be copying this position, the Z position. And after that I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to press toggle switches and modes, and then I'm going to be making it 3D, and then automatically it's going to be tracked, and we're just going to be matching the solid layers Z position basically. So it's basically going to be the depth of the video, and we're going to be pressing P on that layer, and then here we're going to be copying in the position, just like that. This were barely any difference, but depending on what clip you guys have, it might be a very big difference. So always paste that in, and then you guys can rescale this to what position you guys want. Figure just so it fits the composition here. Now you can see it's going to be following Central C here. And after that you can pre-compose this by selecting these three layers and then name it particle. So now we have it pre-composed, and then we can go back to toggle switches and modes and then change the blending mode to screen. So now you guys can see it's going to be tracked to Central C here. And what we're going to be doing now to basically sell this effect, we want to have the particles behind Central C here, and how we're going to do that is basically by roto brushing him out. And if you guys don't know how to roto brush, I've actually made a tutorial on it, which will be linked in the description down below. So you can go and watch that if you don't know how to roto brush. After you have roto brushed, it should look something like this here. And what we're going to be doing is basically pressing Ctrl D to duplicate it, drag it above the particle effect here, and then we're going to be deleting the roto brush effect on the bottom layer. So we can delete that, and it's going to look something like this for the moment. Really clean in my opinion. And now I want to level up the effect even more. So I'm going to be adding some effects to our particle pre-composition layer here. And I'm going to be using the Sapphire plugin for this, and I'm going to start off by adding Sapphire Glint. And here I'm going to drag down the threshold to 0.5. So we can see the glint is already getting a effect here on the particles, pretty clean. After that I'm going to be adding deep glow. I'm going to increase the radius to 650. And to make the particles pop a little bit more, I know the particle in and of itself is already flickering a lot, but I'm going to be adding Sapphire Flicker to this as well. And I'm going to be using 1 as amplitude in the beginning. It's going to be flickering insanely much. Then I'm going to go to the ending of our clip here and then setting it to 0. Layer, mark the keyframes here, and then press F9 to ease the keyframes. Then select one keyframe, go to the graph, and here I'm going to drag it down just like that. So it's basically going to be flickering a lot in the beginning, and then it's going to slow down during the clip's preview here. So it's a little extra touch there. And I'm going to be making the effect a little bit more interesting as well. So I'm going to be duplicating the rotor brush layer here by pressing Ctrl D. And here I'm going to be adding a deep glow. I'm going to increase the radius to 650. Then the exposure to 0.5. Then I'm going to change the blending mode to screen. It's going to look something like this. And I want to get rid of this kind of sharp outline here. So I'm going to be adding fast box blur. Yeah, I'm going to set it to 2. I think that's good. We don't have that super sharp outline of Central C here, which I think looks better. After that, you can go to the beginning here, set the opacity to 0, then go to the ending, set it to 100. So it's going to be increasing the brightness during the clip here. So it's going to look something like this now, which I think looks really, really good. I'm going to be adding some blur to the background as well. I like to use the camera lens blur effect here, and I'm going to start off by having it to 10. So it's going to look something like this, and then in ending set it to 0. And I'm also going to be adding vignette here, and I'm going to be increasing the angle of view during the clip as well. So at the end I'm going to have it, I would say 75 looks good. And this is how the clip is going to look. Very, very cool in my opinion. And if you guys want to maybe spice it up a little bit more, you can make adjustment layer, Ctrl-Alt-Y, go to effects and presets, animation, user presets, Y2K effects, Y2K CRT. You could add the Y2K night vision CRT for example. It's going to look something like this. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Really, really cool night vision CRT here. You guys could use the Y2K Sapphire CRT for example. So this was very, very bright. You could either drag down the deep glow of the clip here. So if I just make this invisible, it's going to look something like this. Or we could add the adjustment layer, then add curves, and then adjust the brightness from there. So it's going to look something like this here. Absolutely amazing in my opinion, super cool. And here's the black and white Y2K CRT. And this effect is going to look something like this. Very, very unique, CRT effect with this kind of Y2K style to it. Very, very cool in my opinion. And if you guys are interested in this pack, I think it looks cool. And these were just 3 of the presets from this pack. We also have over 20 presets you guys could use as well, which I used for this video. And if you guys are interested, I'm going to be giving you guys a discount code. It's going to be Pelle. If you use that code, you guys will save $5 on that pack. Now, if you guys like this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this tutorial. Don't forget to check out my website, editingvisuals.com, and don't forget to check out my socials, join my Discord server, and I will see you guys soon. Take care and have a nice day.